Hey, we're having a good time right here on Elks, and if you see this guy in the wild shirt, this is the Wild and Crazy Carnival Club. They are throwing such neat stuff. Okay, show what you got.
I'm a little concerned. Now, wait a second. Here is the white alligator that the guy threw to me. Here is the white alligator that the guy threw to Margaret. Now, what's the difference here? Why do you get the big white alligator?
Well, they're both really cool. And wait, look at this. You can play with the ouch in the bathtub. Whoa, not when we're on the air. And he also gave me this hat.
Hey, I think you've been bonding with this guy over here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's the Wild and Crazy crew, and, you know, they're lots of fun, so we're having a good time.
I do like the hat. It goes well with the Annie Oakley outfit. Perfect cowboy style.
Well, I've got a cowboy hat, but it was too hot, and this one's better. It's lighter, it's nice, it works.
Everything was rolling pretty good here for a while. Now the truck parade has pretty much come to a grinding halt.
But, you know, that's okay, because on Bourbon Street, they do another kind of grind.
All right, and welcome to Bourbon Street. I'm Michael Marsh, along with Melanie Sanders. You know, we've been watching people back and forth, and it seems more of a contest for beads than it is for people who have masks and put on costumes.
This morning we saw more costumes. Right now everyone's just out for beads, and it's such a beautiful day. Everyone's sort of being a little risky today, I would say.
Yeah, it's getting a little warm out here, but we did catch two people here with costumes. Where are you guys from?
New Orleans.
New Orleans? Metairie. All right.
So where'd you come up with the outfits?
From one of the retail stores. I mean, no, really. We drew them up last night. We got the thread out and had a great time in doing it.
Oh, wow.
We sewed it together last night.
Do you do it every year? You mask every year?
Sure.
Yeah, every year.
So it's still in the tradition?
Yep.
Very good.
Yep.
Tell me about Bourbon Street compared to like last year or year before last, people-wise.
The weather's beautiful. You couldn't ask for much better.
And the people are crazy, crazy, crazy.
Are they?
Yeah. You think it's crazier this year than last year? Absolutely.
Yeah. Better weather. A lot better weather. Beautiful.
So it brings everybody out, right?
Yeah. Dale's weatherman's the best. He laid it right on the line.
We'll give it to Dan for that. Yeah.
Give it to Dan Millham, huh?
Did a good job.
Well, happy Mardi Gras to you.
Right.
Everyone's having a good time. People are getting really rowdy.
And again, you know, you wonder about tradition and things like that. You'll see costumes walking through here little by little by little. I think the best we saw were the guys in the suits of armor on stilts.
Right.
I mean, you should have seen these guys. They looked like Conan the Barbarian. The only thing he didn't have was a sword, but he had a huge axe. Must have been about 8 feet tall. Couldn't miss him in the crowd.
We've had entire groups of people dressed in different costumes. We had the, what was it, the funeral, the royal...
Oh, the royal flush?
Right, that was earlier this morning. So we've just had a variety. I think my favorite is still the Taco Bell dog.
That's right. We want to thank the Romulat Restaurant. They've helped us out here. They've given us some electricity so that we can make sure we can bring these pictures and stuff to you. So anyway.
We've had a really great time here on Bourbon Street, and we'll check back with you a little later. We're going to go to a break and see you in a minute.
The green room is smoking and the flames are burning down. Throw my baby out the window and let those guns burn down. All because it's kind of the time. Oh, it's kind of the time.
Niles, Daphne, and a ski lodge. Oh.
I can feel the steam rising off my toddy already.
His marriage is over.
Niles is quite a cutie. You just leave Dr. Crane alone.
And when opportunity knocks, you get the idea.
Daphne, I've wanted you since the moment I laid eyes on you.
An all-new Frasier, NBC tonight.
Dateline Tuesday. He claims he's from another universe and wants others to follow him in the desert. Now Dateline's hidden cameras take you inside his cosmic family. Dateline tonight.
You don't have to deny yourself.
Introducing the biggest change in Weight Watchers in 30 years, the 1-2-3 Success Plan.
If you really feel like that croissant, or the banana, or the bit of cake, you may have it.
A diet breakthrough that's easy to live with.
The great thing about 1-2-3 is you can do it when you travel. You can have that bowl of pasta.
Just count the points and lose weight. Count on it.
Why I love it is that it's so simple.
Join now and get free registration. Call 1-800-651-6000 for the location nearest you. It's our biggest change in 30 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for this important announcement. Christy Arnold, serving the U.S. for over 15 years, is in the final days of her going-out-of-business sale. Come and see our beautiful selection of handmade Persian and Oriental rugs with savings up to 70%. Everything must go to avoid bankruptcy. No reasonable offer will be refused. This is the largest selection of Oriental and Persian rugs in the city. You'll never see anything like this again. Hurry into this incredible sale at 4725 Veterans Boulevard in Metairie between Clearview and Transcontinental. The Rug Lady will not be undersold.
Let the A1 Appliance Price Parade begin. A1's Price Parade guarantees the lowest prices in town. Get 15 months same as cash at any of our 8 locations. Save big on all appliances store-wide. A1 Appliance is the biggest appliance dealer in Louisiana. We are the appliance specialist. Don't let the A1 Appliance Price Parade pass you by.
At A1 Appliance, we're talking big.
Julie Miller, making a difference on Channel 6 News.
All right, you're watching the White Castle Marching Band, Sonny and Cher.
That's right. We had the snake man just a minute ago. This man on Rex threw out this rubber snake that was not this long, but this long, but we lost him.
And it landed right on Susan. It was lovely, too. Anyway.
It was great. You should have been there.
Show you some of the band going by for a moment. The Ruby float is coming around the corner, number 13. What a sight. Let's take a look at it.
This is Ruby coming down, and I believe my landlord, Todd Reynolds, is on this float.
So you'll be paying him rent.
I hope so.
If
I
not,
hope he's going to throw me some beads.
Oh, if not, you'll be on the street evicted.
My rent's late.
All right. As we look at the float start to stall a little bit here at Lee Circle, we're going to send it down to Thibodeau.
All right, stand up.
Hi, Norman and Susie. It's crazy out here. A lot of stuff going on in Thibodeau. And, of course, you think all the crazy costumes are in New Orleans, but that's just not true. Come down to South Louisiana and Thibodeau. We've caught up with some crazy guys here.
We've got some happening guys right here. If you can look at these guys.
And I think they have a little performance for you. Okay, guys, do your song.
1, 2, 3. Macho, macho man. We all want to be a macho man. Macho, macho man. I want to be a macho man.
Well, you know what? Very interesting.
Number.
As you know, at Mardi Gras, sometimes boys will be girls. So what can we say? We're going to toss it over to Rich Lance, who has a parade report here from Thibodeau.
You know, this is what I don't understand. What are the village people doing with 2 beautiful ladies like that? I don't get it. But it's Mardi Gras, so it makes sense. Here's the great news. Cronus is rolling in downtown Thibodeau. In fact, we got a float coming up right here, dedicated to the Washington Monument. Now, the king of Cronus this year is a fellow by the name of Dr. John Millig, and for the looks of him, I'm glad he's not operating today. It looks like he's had a little fun. This parade's been rolling for a while. Before we go further, before we come up, let's check out this float. Dominic Martin behind the lens of the camera. And Dominic, let's see if we can get somebody to throw something our way. They tell me that Cronus really throws a lot of stuff. So let's see. How about down here, mister? I don't know. Hey, before we go any further, I just want to say congratulations to the Nichols State basketball team. They're 14-0 in conference play. They're conference champions, of course, Nichols State right here in downtown Thibodeau. And right now, they're one of only 4 teams in the nation that have gone undefeated in conference play. So there's something to be said for that.
Can we join you?
Sure you can join me. I knew the village people would lose interest sooner or later.
Well, you know, with a man like you, why would we need the village people? Let's get serious.
I'll take that as the compliment that it was intended to be. Thank you.
There's a party going on right now down here, and this is one of 2 more parades that are going to be going on today. But as a matter of fact, even after the parades are over, the party is still going to continue to go on.
Absolutely, and the one great thing about Thibodeau is they have some fantastic throws. The beads are beautiful, the cups are very plentiful, and the people down here are so friendly. Lots of families, lots of kids, and lots of just really nice people, as I'm getting pelted with beads right now.
Whoa, there you go.
You stole my beads.
You guys talk, I'll protect. No, that was protection. That was protection. Although this bone probably can, you know, that protects you from the beads, doesn't it?
You rub the bone for good luck.
In fact, if somebody's really good, they'll land one on your bone.
I think somebody would like to take this bone and throw it off the float. They really like this.
This really, they talk about Thibodeau's kind of a family affair. It's kind of a blend, isn't it? I mean, there really are a lot of families. It's a nice family environment, but there's also a lot of crazy people around here as well. So if you want to come to Thibodeau, you get a little bit of both.
It's called gumbo, a people gumbo.
I'm having trouble hearing you now, right now.
Grown-ups, yeah, I'm having trouble hearing myself, but...
What do we got coming up here? The Beatles. Dominic, can we get a shot of the Beatles?
They just keep rolling.
The Beatles float coming up. That looks like a Ringo on the front. This is the second year the WDSU has come down to Thibodeau. We're the only station that comes down, and I don't see why everyone doesn't. Because this is a great place to be.
WDSU.
Cocoa Pebbles.
You go, girl.
You go, girl. That is the...
What's our theme today? Girl power! And we even have somebody special here. Our satellite truck operator, John Harrison, his daughter, Ashley, has been keeping us busy. They've all been keeping us busy. A lot of kids. Now his wife is yelling at us, so it's really just a great crowd around here. A lot of very friendly people. Even Rich's little boy is Batman this year, kind of giving Norman a run for his money.
Here come the Beatles. How they doing? Right. They go. Oh, look at this.
Okay.
I think we've been discovered.
As you can see, I have a lot of friends in this city.
There you go.
Gosh. I think we need some kind of a hard hat, maybe you can do this for sports, right? Get us a helmet.
We need some helmets. I'll tell you, they're still coming down here. They're still coming down.
Helmets and possibly shoulder pads. Oh, coming again.
Oh.
Okay.
Now, see, that was a nice, gentle toss.
Is my bone
but it
still
figures
straight?
it's by one of the
Your
village
bone is
people.
straight. We're good. We're good to go.
Right, here comes
As you can
another one.
see, with Tisha being a native here at Thibodeau, tons of people are always trying to throw stuff to her and coming and recognizing her from high school. So it's been a wild day, I have to say.
It's been a lot of fun. It's a big party, and the party's still going on, and it's probably going to go on deep into the night, because this is definitely a party city.
We'll get rid of these beads for now.
Now, this is only the second of 3 parades today. Unbelievably, Kronos goes through, and then the crew of Cleophas. 40 floats in the crew of Cleophas.
40 more floats?
40 more
I don't know if I
floats.
can handle it.
So hold on to your bone. Hold on. Let's see. There's some hairspray in there.
This is rock solid. This hair isn't going anywhere.
You're going to be okay.
And you know, the next 40 floats are going to be homemade floats, and people down here make them themselves.
I'll tell you what, you want to listen to a little music? Let's listen to a little band here. Let's play a little music, fellas.
Shotgun. Shotgun? Yeah, that's the same thing, really. Shotgun raisin, same kind of paper. Shoot it. And what do we have for our shotgun winners, ladies and gentlemen?
Let's see if these fellas crank it up.
Here we go, people.
I guess they weren't ready to play. Oh, well.
Well, you know what? We're ready to play. We've been ready to play all day, and it's been fantastic. Thibodeau is definitely the place to be on Mardi Gras Day. So many friendly people that have just welcomed us into their homes and their streets, and just been really great to be down here.
And the food was awesome. We had shrimp creole, gumbo. What else do we have today?
We had all kinds of stuff. I don't know.
Poor boys.
You know, it's all under here, right here.
This is my first experience down in Thibodeau. I mean, Tish, you're from here, but this is my first Mardi Gras in Thibodeau.
And what did you
really,
think?
it's a great environment. A lot of fun, and the parades, 3 in one day. I mean, you can't beat that.
That's awesome.
Right here with a really good place on the route, no problems, no people shoving and pushing, just a really great crowd. So, Norman and Susie, we've had a fantastic day. We miss you guys in New Orleans, though.
If only we'd had a big fan that could have done that, you know, like Some Like It Hot movie.
This is a clean family show.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm sure that... Well, yeah, I guess you have a point there now.
That's it.
Okay, here we go. We're wrapping it up. Thanks a lot from the crew in Thibodeau to all of you back in New Orleans. Have fun.
Of course, they flatter us by saying they miss us. They're having a wonderful time.
What a lot of fun.
What
great costumes. We're back now. We can see the 3 Rex lieutenants on Canal Street. So Rex is definitely going to make his way up Canal Street here.
Yeah, he made his entrance to Gallia Hall, which is the old city hall, about 30 minutes ago. You see the lieutenants.
We see the captain who's riding back. He's riding back to St. Charles to kind of, I guess, take a look. There he is right there to see where Rex is, but it's coming. There he is.
There's Rex. Oh, he's on St. Charles already. Yeah. Wonderful. And he's looking grand, isn't he?
Oh, this is a very smart parade. It's an all-original parade. The floats you see in Rex, not the regular signature floats, because it has some regular theme floats, but the floats that are a part of the theme, which this year Royal Gyms, are all new parades, and they really put a a lot of thought into designs. You see these lieutenants in the classic purple, green, and gold. Purple, green, and gold goes back to that first Rex parade in 1872 when Rex decreed that the colors should be.
Who was it who decided, I wonder, that green should represent faith, gold should represent power, and purple should represent justice?
Well, I can tell you that in 1892, Rex did a parade on the theme of colors, and somebody in 1899 associated those colors, but I don't think that that's what the original founders of Rex had in mind. That was 20 years after the fact. The real answer, I think, is really complicated. It has to do with heraldry and and tricolors as being a part of a national flag.
And these, of course, are one of my favorite musical units, the 4th Marine Air Wing Band from New Orleans. United States Marine musicians, sounding wonderful as usual. Let's all fly down to New Orleans.
And at the Rex Ball, the Marine Band always begins the Rex Ball.
And here he comes. Here's Rex with the pages out front, making his way up Canal Street. Now, he's had quite a few glasses of champagne on this route, gentlemen, hasn't he? How many times does Rex stop and have a little toast?
Well, how many times has Rex stopped for a toast on this parade route?
He stops once at the Cock House on St. Charles Avenue. He stops again at Gallier Hall and then at the Intercontinental Hotel. So he has 3 toasts along the way. He's finished all his toasting now. Now I expect this parade to really roll because Rex wants to get finished because he has a ball to go to tonight.
You know, just looking at Robert Bowe, it's hard to believe he's 67 years old. He's in the best of health. He's having a wonderful time. He's reigning with pure joy and enthusiasm. Hail Rex!
He said I've been busy 24 hours because he was at Mardi Gras last night when they exchanged the proclamations with the mayor. And you know, as part of the proclamation with the mayor, Rex always asked to have all powers. And the mayor concurs and says, okay, you have all powers, but just for one day. Okay. Mark Maury, I'm not going to give up powers too long, so.
Just 24 hours. And of course, we have 27 floats to go in this parade with as many music units and drill teams.
The military has always been a really important part of the Rex parade. Early in the parade, we had the Ross Rifles from Texas A&M, which is always, as long as I remember all my life, they have led the Rex parade. And now we've seen the Marine and the Air Force. And then when Rex arrives, as he did on Mardi Gras, he arrives always by Coast Guard cutter. He never allows a commercial ship to carry him. It's always the military that is his official escort.
Well, while we wait for the next float to roll up Canal Street, we'll take a break and be right back.
Charles and Beth Leroy are parents for the first time. Blaze and Linda Ferraccio are first-time owners of a house this big. Being 40 or 50 isn't what it used to be, and your local State Farm agent knows. As you continue to change, so can your life insurance needs. Just call your nearby State Farm agent to help make sure your life insurance plan reflects where your life is headed. Because like Patrick Lavelle, you may be just starting out on your second career. State Farm understands life.
On the next Montel Williams show.
I feel somebody behind me.
What they've experienced is impossible to explain.
This little girl appeared to me.
We sent psychic Sylvia Brown into their homes, and what she discovers will give you chills. Plus, you'll be astounded by what Sylvia can see just by holding an object.
There's a lot of sadness, a recent death, a loss.
Well, I just lost a close friend of mine a few months ago.
Ghostly hauntings, psychic powers, and Sylvia Brown on the next Montel.
Today at 4, only on Channel 6.
If every time you open your cabinet, you're overwhelmed with soaps and detergents and polishes and scum removers, and you can never really figure out which product to use for what cleaning job, then let me introduce you to a phenomenal cleaning concept. A self-cleaning product called CLR Powerhouse Bathroom and Kitchen Cleaner Deodorizer. I said self-cleaning because CLR Powerhouse instantly begins to foam away soap sediments, calcium deposits, and that nearly impossible to clean scum. It even foams away the soap scum from tile grout that you've been trying to clean for months. CLR Powerhouse cleans almost everything in your kitchen. Look how wonderful it is on the laminated surfaces of your cabinets and countertops. CLR Powerhouse is guaranteed to work for you as well as we've shown in this commercial, or you'll get your money back. How do you like that for a sensational offer?
You'll find CLR Powerhouse Bathroom and Kitchen Cleaner Deodorizer at Walgreens, Ace, Albertsons, Service Star, Eckerd Drug, True Value, Winn-Dixie, Kmart.
Our timing is perfect. You're watching the Gesture, one of the favorite floats here in the Rex Parade on Canal Street.
And notice the waddle character to it as it goes along, the things that are intended to shimmy. This is one of the...
Oh, that's one of the ones with the springs on it, is that?
You see the way the hands are moving with the shimmy character? You have the springs, and it's intended to kind of just rock with the street.
Okay.
It's a great shot there.
That is really the symbol of Mardi Gras for so many people who will never get to New Orleans. That is the float they remember when they think of Mardi Gras.
And another symbol of Mardi Gras for a lot of people, the high stepping. Purple Knights from St. Augustine High School.
The Purple Knights have new uniforms. Someone donated the money to buy them all new uniforms. That's an expensive uniform bill.
They look great. And of course, this is the Buff Gras, the float that symbolizes what Mardi Gras is all about. Farewell to the flesh, or should I say, farewell to the steaks. No more meat after today.
This is one of the great signature floats in the Rex organization. You know, in the early years of the Rex Parade, they actually had a live bull.
Really?
A bull by the name of Old Jeff, who was he was a slaughterhouse bull who would be used to lead the other cattle around. So Old Jeff was the original Buff Gras. And for the last several years, they've been using this version of it.
Yeah, well, Old Jeff must have been a handful on Mardi Gras.
And a butcher in the back who looks disappointed.
Oh, look at that. Look at the gleam in the butcher's eye. Oh, boy, we're going to have a feast tonight.
Looking at the Central Lafourche High School Band from Matthews, Louisiana.
I tell you, they've had some smart-looking musical units in this parade. I wish I could ask her what trophy that was, whether that was a first place trophy or not that that band's holding. They look very smart.
We'll have to listen and see if they're a first place band, Norman.
Yeah. You know, I love bands. You know, there's this.
While we wait for them to strike up the band again, we'll go to Heath Allen, uptown on St. Charles.
Well, we are on St. Charles Avenue as the truck parades continue to pass by. This one entitled Mardi Gras Madness. One thing you want to be careful of when they're throwing stuff off the float, don't take this one in the head, just like that. That was close. They have been absolutely fanatic all afternoon. If you look down the street, all you see is hands up in the air. It's just a sea of people. This has got to be one of the largest Mardi Gras crowds we've seen in recent years, and of course you can blame that or give the credit to the marvelous weather and of course the national publicity that the city of New Orleans has been getting over the last couple of years with the crime stats going down and everything sounding really, really good about New Orleans, and a lot of national attention, and all the people here are showing up a lot because of that. You got some people from way out of town. We were talking to people from like Nevada. Saw some Nevada folks here a little bit earlier, some Ohio folks a little bit earlier, some that was their very first Mardi Gras. And yipes, everybody's having a great time at the truck parades. I tell you what, let's do. I'm going to enjoy my coconut. We're going to toss it over to Metairie right now.
We're back at Metairie, and the Elks crew of Jeffersonians has taken to the streets of Veterans Highway, making its way down. Now, the theme is Salute to Veterans, and deservedly so. You know, there's 75 trucks in this one, Bob, and there's yet another one to come.
Well, it looks as though the Metairie parade has smoothed itself out, and there are no more delays. I guess we're going back to Canal.
That's for sure. Another 75 behind this one. Let's go to Canal.
This now is the title float of this year's theme, Royal Gems.
And notice they're wearing those Venetian-style masks with a long-nose mask for the old Venetian Carnival. A really nice-looking float. That's their theme float.
Wow.
More beads for our basket.
Yeah, we saw somebody on TV representing the Venice parade yesterday that looked quite similar to those gentlemen on the float that just passed us.
The Rex organization puts a lot of thought behind its themes, and it really tries to promote the idea because, again, they're doing an original parade with original themes and floats designed to bring across the theme.
And you're watching the Rosa Ford High School band all the way from Tunica, Mississippi. You have a lot of bands in this parade from out of town, more than most parades, and that is in New Orleans.
And they're doing a band competition, which I think is an incentive. And we saw a band a few moments ago from
Lafourche.
Central Lafourche. It was the grand prize.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is float number 6, titled Diamonds, a Girl's Best Friend. That must be you, Susan.
Oh, I'm a costume jewelry kind of guy, Norman. It is a beautiful float.
Oh, isn't it gorgeous? Look at that float. Look at the detail on it. And, of course, that's a diamond-crested, what is it, a bird or a dragon? It's a fantastic creature made of diamonds and bearing a garland of more diamonds.
And these are the old-time floats with the old type of wagon wheels to them, so they'll shimmy a little bit more. The floats are built by Blaine Kern Studio, but the artistic director of this is Henri Schindler, who's someone who's really tried to bring back a lot of the old-style float-building technique in the Mardi Gras. And Rex has agreed. It has been very eager to bring that back.
Nice, pretty colors of this high school band.
And the float that is just now peeking into the corner of your screen, that's going to be Coral, the next royal gem. Coral, gathered from the ocean depths, depicting the beauty of undersea life.
Oh, can we see the dolphins? Are those dolphins in the front of the float? Whatever they are just...
They look like eels, kind of.
Eels.
They say that coral was used in olden times as protection from the evil eye.
And especially popular in Mediterranean countries.
What an elaborate float this one is.
Look at the colors, how they blend together.
Well, I think what we're seeing now here is one of the great moments of the New Orleans experience. You see the Rex Parade coming down Canal Street. I've mentioned before, these buildings are such a beautiful background for this parade.
And it's something to see, especially when you look at these floats, you can tell automatically that they're three-dimensional, not one-dimensional floats with a flat surface and a lot of paint spattered on it, but actually a lot of detail separating.
Now, all the floats, not the signature floats, which have like Buff Gras, which is the regular floats you see every year, but all the ones, the theme floats that are designed to carry across the theme are built on the old wagon wheels. So they're on wooden spoke wagon wheels.
Another smart-looking military unit.
I
know. The king of Carnival has a lot of protection, doesn't he?
He does. As far as the military, he commands quite a battalion. The first Rex Parade was in 1872, so last year they celebrated the 125th anniversary of the Rex Parade. Now, that first year they didn't have a carnival ball. That didn't happen until the second year, and so tonight will be the 125th anniversary of the Rex Carnival Ball.
Now, Are we looking at, when you look at the dukes and lieutenants and the captains, their uniforms are different every year?
No, those are the standard purple, green, and gold uniforms.
Okay.
Beautiful uniforms.
Now this float is amethyst, dedicated to the month of February. How appropriate. Associated with the festival of Pan, the pagan god of nature.
And you can see Pan standing there with his flute in his right hand, surveying the crowd as he ambles down the street. And again, those lovely costumes detailed, the flowers and the glitter accentuating the flowers.
Followed by the Wilkinson County High School Band from Woodville, Mississippi.
We're getting barraged with moon pies here. In the last few years, Rex has taken to throwing moon pies. Which, by the way, if you gotta be barraged with something, I don't mind if it's moon pies.
I wonder what prize they won. The Central Lafourche Band got the grand prize. I wonder what prize these guys took. Looks like it could be second place.
When the big story breaks, turn to experience. Turn to Louisiana's first Channel 6 News, making a difference together.
On the next Montel Williams show,
I feel somebody behind me.
what they've experienced is impossible to explain.
This little girl appeared to me.
We sent psychic Sylvia Brown into their homes, and what she discovers will give you chills. Ghostly hauntings, psychic powers, and Sylvia Brown on the next Montel.
Today at 4, only on Channel 6.
Let the A1 Appliance Price Parade begin. A1's Price Parade guarantees the lowest prices in town. Get 15 months same as cash at any of our 8 locations. Save big on all appliances store-wide. A1 Appliance is the biggest appliance dealer in Louisiana. We are the appliance specialist. Don't let the A1 Appliance Price Parade pass you by. At A1 Appliance, we're talking big.
One network has won more Emmy Awards, more Peabody Awards, and more Golden Globe Awards than any other broadcast network.
Hallelujah!
One network won an unprecedented 10 awards by viewers for quality television. That's more awards than all the other networks combined. And one network was chosen by you to be America's most watched network.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. For the absolute best in quality television.
I can remind him of the truth.
You demand.
From comedy to drama.
You can't arrest me.
From sports to news. This is so cool.
No, it's the phone. The phone's making sounds.
Hey, buddy. There's only one place to get it all.
God bless television.
The quality shows on NBC.
You're watching the 126th Rex Parade, the School of Design, and I tell you what, you can see why they're called the School of Design, because they put a lot of thought and resources into the creation of their floats. These are some of the most beautiful floats we have seen the entire carnival season. You're looking at float number 10, Opal.
And notice the shimmying, the way that they shimmy. And part of that, you see, that's a good shot right there. This is the wooden spoke wagon wheels. These are old wagon beds that the Rex floats are built on, and they help the float shake just right. And so when you have all these flowers and things, you get the shimmy quality. And then on a beautiful day with a good sunlight, with that gold leaf, it really just glitters. So the street and the sun become part of the factor in illuminating the float.
Next, the Carroll High School Band from Monroe, Louisiana.
Rex, the Carroll High School Band, all the way from Monroe, Louisiana.
You know, the story goes that not so many years ago, a Rex rider threw a diamond and emerald bracelet. Have you heard this? Threw a diamond and emerald bracelet instead of beads. He intended to give it to his fiancée at the Rex ball, but he threw it by mistake. They say that he advertised for it in the paper the next day, and you judge for yourself whether or not he ever got it back.
I don't think he got it.
I don't think he got it back either.
Continuing with our theme of Royal Gems, this is float number 11, Garnet, and this fabulous float revives a 1909 tableau from the treasured archive of Rex.
This is a fiery float.
Look at the menacing-looking dragons holding down the front, with a flower in bloom protruding.
Notice that even the tractor driver is masked on this one.
If you notice, they're all wearing the classic float riders' hats, the sort of round hat with the flat top. That's the real old-style New Orleans classic float rider's hat. Now we have a brass band, and this I think there should be more of in Mardi Gras. A small group playing jazz.
They really do pick up the pace.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a lot of fun. And the crowd seems to enjoy them. Now, are these lieutenants and captains or dukes?
These are all parade lieutenants.
Okay.
Purple, green, and gold. Each one will have a different function in the parade. One might be in charge of costumes, the other in charge of the parade itself.
It always amazes me how calm the horses are.
Yeah,
all these crowds. This is Aquamarine, the next float, Aquamarine. Pale colors of the ocean waves.
All right, this fabled chariot is being drawn by Poseidon. It's just spectacular. There's color, there's accentuation, and float rider costumes. There you go, Sue.
Thank you, Norman.
You're welcome.
Next up, the White Castle High School Band from Baton Rouge.
The parade's moving at a good clip now.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I was concerned that the truck parade, which follows Rex, will probably go right into tonight's parade with the new Crew of America.
Right.
There won't be any breaks at all.
We'll take a break and be right back with more of our live coverage of Mardi Gras 1998.
Hello, I'm Alec Gifford, Channel 6 News.
And I'm Dr. Larry Cortez, Medical Director for Total Health 65 from the Oxner Health Plan.
Join us on Channel 6 News midday every Wednesday for the latest on health issues concerning folks who are our age, right?
Informative and practical, Alec. Senior-focused Total Health.
Every Wednesday on Channel 6 News midday.
Brought to you by Channel 6 and Total Health 65 from Oxner Health Plan.
Hi, I'm Archie Manning. Do you know that when you donate items to Goodwill Industries, your gift generates revenue that is used for job placement? Your Goodwill donation helps some of your neighbors like Anthony Gibson have a better life and make a positive, productive contribution in our city. So the next time you run across clothing and items you don't use any longer, think of the jobs that you may help create by donating them to Goodwill. Give to Goodwill. Call 482-4173 for the drop-off location nearest you.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for this important announcement. Christy Arnold, serving the U.S. for over 15 years, is in the final days of her going-out-of-business sale. Come and see our beautiful selection of handmade Persian and Oriental rugs with savings up to 70%. Everything must go to avoid bankruptcy. No reasonable offer will be refused. This is the largest selection of Oriental and Persian rugs in the city. You'll never see anything like this again. Hurry into this incredible sale at 4725 Veterans Boulevard in Metairie between Clearview and Transcontinental. The Rug Lady will not be undersold.
It's a risky world of complicated contracts, credit mix-ups, business scams. Have you been taken for a ride? Remember, you're not alone. Channel 6 is on your side. 6 on your side with Stephanie Boswell. Channel 6 Consumer Reporter. Problem Solver. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 10. A deal gone bad? Call the National Council of Jewish Women at the 6 on your side hotline at 1-800-416-NEWS. You can bank on it.
As we wrap up our live coverage of Mardi Gras 1998 here on Canal Street, we'd like to thank Errol Laborde for joining us as always, Errol.
Thank you, and remember, next year Mardi Gras is February 16th, so we're already 8 days behind the year planning for it. So
if we thought the year before that was early, that this is going to be early again. You've been a magnificent aficionado, Errol, and as always, it's been fun. We've enjoyed you, and we've learned a lot from you.
Thanks a lot, and you all are beautiful.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
We'd also like to thank the news crews that we have out in the field. Let's start with our crew up on St. Charles Avenue in Louisiana.
All right, Margaret Orr has stepped down into the crowd to kind of hobnob with the folks, and I'm up here to tell you that the truck parades are still going on, and we're doing just fine, thank you very much. I've never seen quite as many throws. Look at it, my partner Hallie here, my daughter, got us this nice second line umbrella that we can do this. Here, you want to do that? All right. So we're walking, yeah, you can do that. Walking in some tall cotton here. All you got to do is keep your eyes open and hope you don't get killed. So let's from here, as the next truck comes on by, if I get hit, I'll be seeing stars. Let's go to Bourbon Street.
It's pretty wild out here. We can't all the way show you the crowd because, to be honest with you, it's getting a little raunchy here.
A little beadsmanship. There was a woman in one of the hotel rooms who almost stripped down. She had the crowd going pretty well. This is not family entertainment.
I would suggest not. They got a lot of kids out here, though. Either cover their eyes or don't bring them out here. Earlier this morning, there were more costumes. Now they're right now just exposing themselves for beads.
Unfortunately, we got a couple of them, too. We didn't do that, though.
No. We didn't have to go ahead and expose people for beads. But one good thing is the weather is nice out here. So Bourbon Street is totally packed. A lot of people came out, a variety of people, old, young, people in costumes, like we said, people without costumes, and a lot of families are out here, though.
Yeah, they are, and you know, again, the tradition of putting on costumes, that was early this morning, and as the afternoons wore on, I mean, people are actually taking more off than they are putting on, that's for sure.
A lot of the costumes are too hot, but we did see a lot of costumes that were really cute, and some people are still here. As you can see, this couple's over here, and they've got their beads and everything like that. This your first Mardi Gras?
Mine first, my first. It's wonderful, wonderful, having a great time.
Did you think it was going to be as wild as it really is?
No, but it's different, it's exciting.
Nice way of putting it.
Good choice of words, different and exciting.
Okay.
Sure, it's a lot more low-key out in Metairie. We're going to go there now.
Yes, we are in Metairie, and the Elks crew of Jeffersonians is rolling 75 trucks, and 75 trucks behind that, that would be the crew of Jefferson. Bobby, have you had a good time?
I'll tell you what, Steve, this is my third time. It gets better every time, and it's been a pleasure to be out here with you this time.
Hey, thanks for being the shield. I tell you, I almost got knocked out a couple of times.
Owe me.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, I owe you definite bucks for, trading the beads and things like that. 800,000 people out here, according to the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. They made a count. How they do that, I don't know. How do you think they do that?
They must know crowds. But, this parade, it took a little while to get going, but once it did, it's been nonstop.
Yeah, you would think, oh, okay, we're going to wait 2.5 hours, and then, oh, what the heck, let's just go home. But that is not the way it's done in Mardi Gras. You don't leave until the last of the parade is done. And let me tell you, they've been sitting around. When you sit around waiting to parade, sometimes you sort of blow the wad. In other words, you throw everything you have. But this is not the case. They're still very generous out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot more beads hanging for the folks that are a little bit more down the road than we have been. But I'll tell you, it's been great. Photographer Dolly and Steve, the main man, Peretti up top. It's been a long day, but a fun day.
Oh, it has been. So, and of course, Kathy Dupuy, who's in the truck, and our man Sean, and Shane, who's been helping us out here, and Clayton. Everybody, thank you. Let's go to Lee Circle right now. Happy Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras, everybody.
We have had a great time out here. We have gotten bombarded with beads. We've had more fun. We've been passing out Channel 6 cups and Channel 6 Huggies and having a great time.
It's been a great day. The kids have had a lovely time out here. Right now behind us, you're watching the truck parade as it makes its way around Lee Circle. That is the third parade to come around this area today. So we've had quite our fill of fun and bead throws and you name it.
Absolutely. The trucks, this is about number 7, I think. We've got a lot more to go. Amazes me how many people are actually in the Mardi Gras parades. You wonder where all these people are coming from to watch it because there's so many people in it.
That's right. And for as many people in the parade, there's got to be at least 4 or 5 times that many more sitting around and drinking and eating and doing all the things I guess we wish we were doing right now.
Absolutely, but hey, we've still got time.
That's right, we still have a little time. So we're going to take our time and send it back to you guys.
All right,
Okay.
Ken and Susan, we have now another float from Rex. This is Amber. One last look at a beautiful float here as we wrap up our coverage live from Canal Street. We'd also like to thank the MGM Costume Shop for giving us the costumes that we wore today.
Very lovely people over there, and I especially want to say hello and thank you to Helen, who's always extremely helpful. This is float number 17, of course. There are 27 floats in the Rex Parade, and following the Amber float is the Riverside Ramblers, another New Orleans jazz marching club, and they're whipping the crowd up as they normally do.
Rex took a while to get here, but once it did, it's moved pretty quickly.
They're playing Professor Longhair's If You Go into New Orleans, Go See the Mardi Gras. You ought to go see the Mardi Gras. Followed by the lieutenants in their traditional purple, green, and gold, which stand for justice, power, and faith.
And here comes the next beautiful float. This is Moonstone.
Oh my goodness,
You see the
look
man
at
in the
that.
moon.
Is that fantastic or what?
They say this is a gem meaning tender passion.
Oh yeah, and I can see why you would be passionate about that because it's very well put together. And the moon has a big smile on his face, as he should, because Rex has been absolutely fantastic. This is a beautiful parade.
Now, of course, first thing tomorrow, they'll all collapse, sleep all day, and then very shortly thereafter, they'll start designing next year's parade,
There you
which
go.
they already know the theme.
They're operating on adrenaline right now. Very lovely costumes.
Some $400 worth of beads per rider was thrown today.
And this is the Robert E. Lee Marching Band from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Though they've marched a long way, the girls still have a smile on their face. They obviously enjoy entertaining the crowds on Fat Tuesday.
This has to be the highlight for any marching band. We'd like to hear them give us one more number before we have to say goodbye. We'll see if they will.
It would be nice to have that number. Isn't she lovely? Stevie Wonder's hit from several years ago. And this is Sapphire, Susan, float number 19.
And this is about the last float we'll be able to bring you today. We thank you so much for watching us. If you couldn't come out here in person, thank you for being with us to watch us here on Canal Street.
Thank you. We'll say so long, goodbye. Hope you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed bringing it to you.
And happy Mardi Gras.